Sorry about that. It's going to be round one of Captive versus Legacy. Barrel to the wall. Round one is live on the horn.
Captive is playing 2 men short. Keep in mind that, you know, even though they are 2 players short, this is not necessarily a bad thing for them. It gives an opportunity to practice a 5-on-3 situation. In tournaments, in competition, you know, if there are enough penalties assessed to your team and you lose a player, guess what? You got to play the rest of the game with 4 players. So these teams need to be prepared for that, and you should practice for that as well. Things do happen, penalties do call. We're not saying that anybody's out there intentionally cheating, but hey, penalties happen. You know, that's the reality of all sports. And that's why these rules are in place. That's why we have referees on the ground to call these penalties. So traditionally, I know that the language that's in the vocabulary used around penalties is cheating, but what's happening here, this is a sport. There are rules. When those rules are broken, those are called penalties. And there are consequences to those penalties. While Airsoft as a whole has traditionally been an honor sport, you know, try to apply the same concept to any other sport like basketball, baseball, football. It's not any different. So rules need to be in place, referees need to be on the field, and those penalties need to be called. Personally, I think, you know, the word cheater in use as vocabulary is just a clickbaity word to me at this point, you know? Like, penalties are penalties, and that's why we have referees. And that's why it feels like Project N1 have a fantastic staff of referees to make sure that fair play is taking place at these events.
All right, Legacy takes round one, switch that to round 2. All right, barrels to the wall.
Again, yeah, equipment is just one of those things that whatever you feel the most comfortable with, whatever helps you play to the best of your ability, that's what you should be using. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no formula for having a good gun. It's really what works best for you. You know, we have, you know, back in the day, there's players playing with like ghetto tri-shot shotguns, and they were still able to murder people. So it boils down to skill. It boils down to what you're comfortable playing with. DPS, congratulations on your purchase. That gun shoots really straight. I've been using that gun on my travels to the Netherlands and to Toronto. And it's almost like that gun shoots heat-seeking missiles. Like I'm just not even aiming at stuff and it's hitting people. So I'm having a really good time with that gun. Great positioning by Captive here in the snake. Again, I'd like to see people use more use of the cover. Like instead of running wide here, what he could have done is just ducked in here, hid behind here for a while, snapshot, you know, and then he could have come around this way. I don't know how many players were left at that point. Assuming there was one, he could have taken this route. You know, that player still would not have been able to see him. Shoot him out from here, shoot out from the left side. Many options there, but a lot of people tend to get tunnel vision once they reach this point and they want to just, you know, do this really nice, fancy, sexy sweep, but sometimes you risk the body doing that. So why not save the 5 points, take a safer route, use cover.
All right, round 3 is live on the horn.
Very dynamic snap shooting by Captive there. Very accurate, well-placed shots. It's all a blend of speed and accuracy. Accuracy and speed.